What's up, you guys? Those of you who are more observant probably already noticed the oven on oven action over there. And that's because, you guessed it, we're making pizza today. We're making Pickles pizza. You what? That's right, it's a thing. A little while back, I saw Mr. Kenji Lopez make one. So I thought to myself, I like pickles, I like pizza. Sound like a no-brainer. Oh, and it's good. If you like pickles, this is gonna be your jam. I also happen to have all the ingredients in my fridge, and that's exactly why I thought I'd make this video. And one last thing, I would usually switch this on to preheat, but since it's very noisy, I'm not gonna do this to you guys. Oh my god, bro, you're so good to us. I know, I'm the best. Now this is a white sauce, so we're gonna start with some mayo. Now, this is gonna be a little bit oversized for what we're doing, but it's okay, because I'm gonna shred some cheese in it as well. Everything's gonna be okay, things are happening. I'm gonna do a big tablespoon of mayo. To that, we're gonna add some creme fraiche or sour cream. And I'm going in straight with a dirty spoon because guess what? I only have 1 spoon left of the creme fraiche. How lucky! Plop that in there, scoop it all out. Boom, into the bin. Separate your trash. We might have to thin this out a little bit at some point, especially because we're gonna add some cheese. But we're gonna think about that when the time comes. Ooh, I just got an idea of what we can thin it out with. All right, what's next? What's next? A little pinch of salt, of course. A little pinch of black pepper. Ooh, do you know what these are, by the way? This is the black pepper from the cacio e pepe. So it's nice and toasty. Haha. A pinch of MSG. That's right, we're taking this sauce to crazy town. Of course, garlic. Now we're gonna do this in 2 applications, just like Mr. Kenji Lopez said. Garlic powder, which is made of roasted garlic. So when you add roasted garlic along with some fresh garlic, it's not the same thing. You get 2 different sort of flavor profiles. Now, I've made this pizza a few times and I've tried all sorts of different combinations. I've tried only fresh garlic, I've tried only garlic powder, I've tried both. And I have to say, the combination of both works best. I mean, smarter people than me have already figured this out. And you know what we're gonna do with this? We're gonna macerate it. Quick, just to chop a little bit of salt, and then we're just gonna puree this until you get something like this. I don't remember if Kenji puts oregano in his, but I've been putting it in mine and it works pretty good. I mean, pizza and oregano, what is there to discuss? Then we're gonna microplane some Parmesan in there. Oh my god, for a second there I thought my B camera wasn't rolling and I was about to freak out. I shot the cacio e pepe video the other day and halfway through it I realized that the camera wasn't recording and the microphone wasn't on. Not a good day. Alright, as you can see, this is a little thick. I want it a little bit more spreadable. So the idea that I came up with earlier is that I'm gonna add some of the pickle juice. Not be shy with the deal. Just a little splash. Just a little splash will do you. I'd rather add it a little bit at a time than making it too soupy. Remember, I don't have any more creme fraiche and I don't want to go to the shop now. Maybe a tiny bit more. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. Oh yeah. Alright, let's put this thing aside and cut some pickles. Now the first time I heard about this pizza, I immediately thought about a little sandwich that me and my friend Andre used to make back in uni. It was just a piece of toast with liver pate, pickles, and chili sauce. That was a nice little treat for the days when cash was tight, which was pretty often. Alright, let's do one more pickle Rick. As you can see, I'm cutting it at a bias Morty. I don't know, I think that's like the best middle ground. If you cut them just like wheels, it's a little boring. If you cut them lengthwise like you would for a burger, that's a little bit overkill. Alright, I think that's enough for one pizza, so I'm gonna stop here. Now, I'm gonna switch this thing on and let it preheat, and then we'll be back and we're gonna shape and bake the pizza, okay? Alright, we're back. I hope that's not gonna be too noisy, but I don't really have a choice. This thing's loud. Now I've got a little dough bowl here that I've prepared. I'm not gonna show you how to make the dough, but if you're interested, I'm gonna link up the video right around there somewhere. If you happen to have one of these ovens, I found out that this thing is pretty bad for launching pizzas. It's good for turning, but not for launching. Pizzas tend to stick to this. This, on the other hand, is very good for launching, but it's a little bit too thick to turn. So I use both of them. I'm gonna go in with some semolina flour on my work surface and on the peel. This is really soft. It's like a little cloud. And then first I'm gonna go in with my fingers, establish where the crust is. If there's any bigger bubbles, just pop them because they're gonna burn in the oven. Always keep the top of the dough right side up. If you're wondering, this dough bowl was around 230, 240 grams. And I'm gonna do this and allow gravity to help me. Put it up on my knuckles and stretch it out like this a little bit. Alright, that looks like a pizza dough. I'm gonna flour my peel as well, make sure everything is nice and covered. And that's our cue. That means that the oven is ready. And I'm gonna bake this one at the thin crust setting, which is lower temperature than the Neapolitan style pizza setting, which for you guys also means that you can bake this pizza in your home oven. And we're gonna go in with our sauce, which to me, it still looks a little thick. So I'm gonna give it a little splash more of the pickle juice. Probably the Parmesan hydrated and sucked out some of the moisture. All right, and we're going in. And just like with a regular pizza, don't over sauce it. In fact, I'm gonna scoop out a little bit of the extra here. God damn, this thing is good. And we're going in with the pickles. I've already mentioned that we're gonna bake this at the thin pizza setting, and that's because I've already baked a few, and I've baked some at the thin pizza setting and some at the Neapolitan style pizza setting, and I found that this one works best. The cheese just has time to melt, or caramelize rather. If you bake it at the Neapolitan style pizza setting, it just melts. Alright, and then the only thing left is the cheese. I'm just using your regular supermarket shredded dry mozzarella stuff. Nothing fancy with this pizza. It's just comfort food. Boom, done. Let's do one final stretch, make sure that nothing is stuck. And we're going in. With a Neapolitan style pizza in this oven, it takes less than 2 minutes, probably 1:45. This is gonna take probably around 3-4 minutes. Gives me time to clean up. One last thing that we're gonna put on top once it comes out is some sambal. And it's got that saltiness that I really like. It goes really well with this pizza, I think. Alright, we're getting there. I think I'm gonna give it a little turn. You wanna peek in here? I think she's ready. And here she comes. What a beauty! Let's do the sambal. And there she is. Sometimes I'll bake it with the sambal on, sometimes I'll add it afterwards. Depends on the day. But let's cut into this and see how we've done. So good. Nothing to explain here. If you like pickles, you're gonna like this. It's a fun little switch up if you're tired of making the same old pizzas over and over again. Roll out!